Welcome to Peconic Bay Winery.
I'm Jim Silver. I'm the general manager of Peconic Bay Winery. We're here in Cutchogue, New York. I can't begin to tell you how proud I am of where Long Island is right now and where it's going to be in, say, 5 more years, 10 more years. I think the sky's the limit right now for Long Island.
So this Chardonnay, the previous vintage, the 05, was 5 years in a row best Chardonnay in New York State. And last summer in Los Angeles, we were best in show, meaning we beat everybody in California with our wine. California for me it's a little hot and lose a little bit the acid. And I still believe, and people look at me like I'm crazy, it's like, you're French, what are you doing here? Like, I believe that Long Island is probably the place in the States where you will be able to get the closest to French wine.
So do you really believe that Long Island wine right now is better than California wine?
I won't say it's better, it's a different style. It's more European style to me because it's a much cooler climate like Europe.
My dream started 21 years ago as a kid. I was studying for a short time in France, and I discovered wine, and I brought it home with me. I brought that spirit home with me, and it never left.
La Barrique, and this is 2006, which was a little bit of a challenging vintage because it was raining a lot. So for the reds, it was not a fantastic year, but for the whites, it's just beautiful. It preserved the acid, and here in Long Island, we have the chance to have a long growing season. It is not too hot, and that preserves the acid. So our wines are very well balanced, and this is all about balance. Making wine, you can have a lot of flavor coming in, but it's having all those flavors on the same level. That's the hardest part. And here you have a little bit of oaky and buttery on the finish. It is rich, it's silky, but it's not overpowering.
Well, I wanted it to be a place that people would come and sit down for a little while and stay for a little while. Where I know a lot of tasting rooms, very good tasting rooms, the patron is welcome just as long as he's tasting wine, just as long as he's criticizing the product, and just as long as he's buying, of course. Everyone's welcome when they're buying. I thought it would be a nice thing if people would stay. Come and stay and sit, listen to music. We have live music here every weekend, every day of every weekend, almost the entire year. And we want it to be warm. And I don't think people realize just how much carbon enters the atmosphere as a result of your purchase of an Australian wine. I mean, you realize, of course, it's made in Australia, it's trucked to another part of that country, it's put on a ship, it sails all the way around the world, and then across the country, and then to a distributor in New York, where it finally reaches your table. Wow, I mean, that's tremendous impact. Actually, when it was measured, they found that the carbon impact that a New York wine makes to a New Yorker is negligible. And yeah, no, of course, that's not the reason to try the New York wine. The reason to try the New York wine is because in the last 20 years, we've become world class.
Cheers, ladies.
Cheers.
Santé. Thank you for coming at Peconic Bay.
Thank you.
Always a pleasure to share. And this is wine. That's what it is all about. Sharing, enjoying, bring family, bring friends, open a good bottle of wine, have fun, talk about it. You know, how bad can it be?